How y'all doing tonight? Tonight we're going to make some stuffed flounder. And these are flounder we've gigged here on the Gulf Coast, not probably 2 blocks from the house. So what we're going to do first, we're going to make a stuffing over here on the stove. I've got some butter melted in the pan here. This is just a stick of butter. To this, I've got some medium-high heat. I'm going to add about 1 large onion. This is just a yellow onion I got. I'm going to go ahead and saute this onion down. Actually, I will say I'm going to sweat the onion, not really caramelize or anything. So I'm going to start. I'm going to let this onion go just a minute or two, and then we're going to go ahead and get on the rest of these ingredients. Okay, see how we got our onions all sweated down there, and liquid started to come all out of them. We got the butter. I put a couple grinds of sea salt in there, and that just helps to bring some of the liquid out of the onions. We're going to go with the tube of Ritz crackers. What I did is I smashed up these Ritz inside the tube. It's just easier to do it that way. Go ahead and open these up and put it in there, and they're going to suck up a lot of that juice. So, see if I can get here without not making a huge mess. Open it and get these Ritz crackers in there. Alright, that's 1 tube of crackers. Just put these in there and just suck up that juice. Get that good flavor from those Ritz crackers. You can really smell those crackers just kind of brown and cooking. It just smells like toast. Alright. Now we got the crackers kind of worked in. We'll go ahead and add a little bit of Slap Your Mama. Got some Slap Your Mama hot. I just had a couple shakes just for taste. Not really coming out. It's humidity down here. He's got it clogged up. Now I've got some pepper, cracked or black pepper. I'm going to do a few grinds, and there it is. Alright. Next I want man, pepper. Add some parsley. A little bit of chopped parsley. Stir that in. Okay, last but not least, I've got about a pound of fresh Gulf shrimp that we peeled just a little while ago. Now chopped up. Ours are kind of larger shrimp, so I had to chop them up in about 2 or 3 pieces. But you can use smaller shrimp and you don't have to do that. You don't want big old shrimp in the stuffing, in this particular stuffing. You want pieces about like this. I'm going to stir these shrimp in here for just about a minute or two, and just till they turn pink and cook, and then we're going to set this dressing aside. See how these shrimp have turned pink? It's cooked for about 2 minutes. I actually squeezed a lemon in here as well, but the crackers have gotten all nice and soft. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this off the heat. I'm going to put it in a bowl. I'm going to let this cool, and once it cools down, we'll get started wrapping our flounder fillets around. Okay, now what I'm doing is drying the flounder fillets off the paper towel, putting them in a Pyrex that's I just greased up a little bit of olive oil. I'm just going to make a bottom layer of these fillets. Okay, now I've got my flounder down in the pan here. In the Pyrex, just got a nice little layer of flounder, and it's greased Pyrex. Got my dressing here. Add one more thing to the dressing. I'm going to take, this is just some shredded mild cheddar and Monterey Jack. Just take a little handful or so, set in there. Now I'm going to season these fish a little bit. Take a little bit of Slap Your Mama, a little bit of that on there. That'll do real good with the fish. Take a little bit of cracked black pepper. Go right over those flounder. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the cheese, and I'm just going to kind of mix in here with my hands. I didn't want to put in here when this dressing was hot because I don't necessarily want it to melt in here and make the dressing all just glob up and stick together. Alright, quite yet. Okay, so I've got that kind of mixed in. Go ahead and just start putting it down, put down like little balls like that. Once in a while over the fish. Just kind of spread that out. Okay. Put this here. Now what we can do is just take our hands here, just spread it over, and just make a top layer over this fish. Even layer of our stuffing slash kind of a dressing. We're going to cook this. I've got a 350-degree oven preheated right now. Not necessarily going to cook for any particular amount of time. I'm just going to wait till that dressing kind of browns and my fish gets a little bit flaky. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in the oven. Got preheated. What's at 320 now? That's good enough. Just set this up and let it start to bake. And for side, we'll do some burgundy mushrooms. I've got a quarter stick melted in there. A little bit of butter. Get them all out of here. Problem now, it's melted into the bag. I'm going to do that. Okay. Stir these around a little bit. Get them sauteed. And let these saute for probably, we'll just do it about a second here. Just probably good enough. Move them around. Then I'm going to go ahead and add some burgundy. Some good old, call this, coming up a jug here, the old preacher wine here, church wine. So we'll go ahead and add some of it. I don't know, it's enough to cover the bottom of your pan a little bit. Probably about a cup and a half. Then, if you have brown sugar, use it. All I have was a little bit of white sugar. So I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle some of that in there. I don't know exact measurement. That was probably about a tablespoon and a half. Maybe a little bit less. And I've got this on about medium high heat. We're going to bring it to a simmer and let it sit here and simmer for a while until we get these mushrooms cooked down where we like them. More nice little golden brown. Okay, my flounder has been cooking in here with the stuffing or the dressing for about 20 minutes now. And it's looking great to me. It's got a nice little crust on it. You go ahead and set it over here on the counter. I'll finish off my vegetables. And it's something to be for the second before we eat. If not, you could cover it in foil, but I think it looks great. And it's all ready to go. Also, here's those mushrooms. I've been letting them simmer and reduce the whole time. You can see how they've gotten it's really nice and sweet and absorbed that wine, sugar and everything. Went ahead and did just some hollandaise sauce out of the package over here. And we'll have that on the flounder. And also just some asparagus. Just went ahead and steam those off in a pan and we'll have all that with it. So we'll go ahead and get some of that flounder. Right up there with that nice stuffing on there. Wow, that looks good. Look at that crispy, white, flaky flounder. With that shrimp stuffing. We'll go ahead and get some of this asparagus. Got these sauteed mushrooms. And the burgundy sauteed mushrooms. A little bit of the hollandaise. That'll go good on the asparagus. You can also put that on the flounder if you want it. But that's what it looks like. Looks real good.